Okay. So, till last class, what we were discussing? We were predominantly discussing about the various profilings like SMTP we have completed, and then next what we have completed, which profiling after SMTP? DNS.
DNS.
Correct, correct, right? So we have completed total 2 profilings. Okay, SMTP and DNS. Then we have
No, last
started with
class we
what?
have discussed. Last class we have
Yeah,
discussed about the fund fundamentals. Right?
yes, yes. That's what I'm just telling. Okay. So next we started with the HTTP. Correct, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So after like going through we just initiated the HTTP related things. We have discussed about how a log looks in the web. Correct, right? When it gets collected at what do you say? A web server. If it is an IIS server, server, how it looks. If it is a what do you say, Apache server, how it looks. If it is a Nginx server, how it looks. Both the Nginx and Apache almost looks the same, but if you see like uh, IIS server, it will be little different. Um, then now I would like to say, what do you say? Um, what logs your uh, what do you say? Apache can generate. Okay. Now, see, Apache can generate 2 types of logs, both access logs. Right? This means who has tried to reach your website. This is the access log. Okay. So only recording the errors will happen using error logs. Okay. So errors like, the server crash, or if there is any issue with some specific module, some memory related, something happened, all those errors will be updated at this locations, both Apache and Nginx. Okay. Both Apache and mostly they use these servers only. Okay. In the real world, IIS also they'll be used. Who and all are using the Microsoft product. Okay. Who and all are using the Microsoft product, right? They'll be using the Microsoft products and they'll be using the IIS. Okay. So, um, say, what do you say? Yeah, till here. Now, what you can do, okay, you can actually use the custom own format for your logging, like what you want, what you don't want, because it's all depends upon the developers who can actually help us in creating these logs. So nothing to worry about all those things. Then as I said, there will be different kinds of logging that will happen in see, these are the 2 types of loggings that is happens. One is error logs and another one is access logs that will get generated in the Apache or Nginx. But IIS, instead of like only one log source like this, or another, I mean some helpful log source like this, what they have is they have a separate kind of logging mechanism. They'll be having 3 types of logs. 3 types of logs. Okay, but the logs are all same. Huh? What it is like just some kind of log will be like this. Okay, date. Okay, then timestamp source. Just I'm giving like this. Comma will be separated for everything. Okay, this thing same like whatever you have seen, right? What it is Nginx, but the fields will be here and there. Both access logs and this almost look the same, but the fields will be interchanged. Okay, these Nginx or Apache logs are also looks to be the same way, like one field, one value, comma, one value, comma, another value, comma, another value, comma, like that it will be. Okay, so say for example, this is a timestamp. This is the source IP. Okay, this will be, say for example, some kind of URI location. Okay, here it is HTTP request. Okay, all such fields will be there. Similarly, here also it will be there, but instead it will be like source IP, timestamp, then URI. Like that, it will be continuing till some what do you say, uh, user agent with some other values, something like that. Okay, so this is called as IAS. Okay, direct logs. Okay, but there is some other format is also there in IAS itself. This is direct IAS logs. The server, whatever the Microsoft server generates, right? Web server. There is something called as NCSA. Okay. Um, it is like I don't display everything, whatever it is there. Here it will be, you'll be having, say for example, multiple fields will be there. In them, you'll be like maybe like in them, some 4 or 5 fields you'll be having fixed. But usually this is the important log what you need. But remember that like you'll be having the fixed number of format will be here. But whereas W3C, what you'll have is you'll be having, it is kind of same like your event viewer kind of thing, but it's not event viewer, but it will be having so many fields will be there. It's like not like this. It might be combining like kind of access logs, error logs, everything, but it is very complex. Okay, um, but most of the people they use this W3C logs for all kind of activities for better understanding on complete server. Okay. So with that, what do you say? Let's move on with understanding more on these particular things. Okay. Okay. Let me clear this. So how many types of files IIS generates? Two types, access logs and error logs. Sorry. Uh, okay.
Apache
How
and
many
Genix.
types of logs Nginx and Apache generates? Access logs and
Error
error
logs.
logs. Just remember that is the important thing. Okay. Then let's discuss about the proxy. Okay. So proxy, what is meant by a proxy? Proxy means you have the traffic. Okay. Uh, from all various web applications. Okay. In this, it will be like in a real time, it will be like this only. Okay. Yeah. So every traffic, whatever, if it is an HTTP in real world, as I said earlier, and I am telling it, repeating it now. If you want to browse something from your browser, or if any application like BlueJeans, it is using internet, right? BlueJeans is using internet, correct, right? Okay, so there will be some kind of port 80 or port, uh, what do you say, 443 destined traffic will also be there. Destined for port 80 or port 443. Okay, so that kind of data, whether from any applications or any kind of browser related information, if you are trying to access any web data, okay, that has to, your system is configured in such a way that has to be passed through proxy. Okay, so the traffic first it will go to the proxy. Okay, and proxy will inspect the URL whatever you are trying to access. Okay, so If it is allowed, if it is, there will be a list. Okay, list, green list. Okay, green list is there. Okay, now they are telling it is you should not use as per the industry standard. Green list means white list. Earlier it was white list. Gray list is earlier it was blacklist. Now it is gray list. Okay. Okay. Some URLs are there. Green list URLs are there. Means which URLs to be allowed. Okay. Got it right? Okay. And which say for example green list is there. If URL is only this any of these URLs, then only allow it. My company might be like allowing Stack Overflow sometimes. I'm just telling. Okay. Or Google. Okay. But they are not allowing Facebook. All this. If 10 websites are there, that is Google, Stack Overflow, and maybe some kind of Quora or something like that, and Wikipedia, like that, some 10 important apps only they are URLs only they are allowing. Remaining, if any other thing comes to the proxy, immediately you will receive that. Okay, you do not have permission to view this website. As a response, it will be sending a 200 OK message, but with some URL, some different web page. That is like it doesn't show you like 404 or anything. It will share you some URL. Okay, that is it will be sharing you some web page 200 OK message for get request whatever or something you are trying to see. So it will show you in the web page that boss for the request whatever you have done the uh, the web page is blocked. Okay, the site is blocked. That kind of 200 OK message you will get it. So user will come to know oh, this site is blocked. Okay, but it is not some 404 or anything. It is 200 OK itself. The response is 200 OK itself, but it is showing site is blocked. Okay, so if there is some other I mean like some companies they will be maintaining instead of green list they will be maintaining gray list. Okay, but apart from these blocked website, whatever the blocked website means blacklisted website, I will be buying it from the some vendor, okay, from the proxy vendor or someone, and updating it in the proxy. I will be updating in the proxy. All these sites should be like if any of this request is any of these URLs, then block it. If any of this URL is block it. Okay. Then the request, if it is like if you are trying to clearly told like some adult sites or some gambling sites you have chosen as an option from your vendor and he has provided I don't want to see any adult or gambling websites on my system but my users can actually access Facebook, LinkedIn and all other like whatever they want. I don't mind, but make sure adult and gambling website should not be there. So those links he will be provided by the vendor and he will be updated in your proxy. Okay, so this is called as the gray list. I mean, sorry, gray list. Yeah, correct, gray list. Okay, the gray list. If your request, if you are trying to access Teen Patti or something websites are there, right? Okay, 3As something that card or Dream 11 also. Okay, such kind of things. If something comes right, gambling website to here. Okay, immediately it will be there in its blacklist. It will be blocked. So immediately it will be this will be blocked and 200 OK message will be showed that this site is blocked. Okay, but now the website is everything. You can say that very genuine website you have actually clicked. Now these two parts, okay, you forget about it. Now you learned it. But now this site, whatever the system is trying to reach is like proper google.com. Okay. So what it does, okay, it takes the request from here and reaches here, and this will allow that, okay, now you want to reach Google, just, okay, I'm allowing you, okay, and it will be sent. Okay. So now this it will be like going to the, say, for example, firewall router, and it will go to the internet. Okay. So yeah. So this is about the what do you say, the normal condition, how it goes. Now let's see how like what and all it will be there in this. Any of this action happens when it is allowing or when it is blocking or whatever it is doing. The proxy also is a kind of what do you say, is also kind of a device which generates the logs. Okay. So now let us see what kind of the fields will be there in that uh, this thing. But before that, just remember that uh, for our understanding, say for example, a proxy. What will be the main advantage of the things if you have the proxy? It is like very easy. Just you can dump the blacklist or I mean like whitelist, or nowadays it is green list or gray list. You can easily put it whenever you want it, and you can just start monitoring your uh, web traffic. That is also that is a main objective of it. Okay. So uh, it is mainly like you can avoid unnecessary or malicious or only required things to reach to the external world. Okay. um, Usually like whatever the outbound traffic it is going, right? Okay. It is everything whatever from your machine, if it is going outside, it should go through the proxy only. Okay. Else it will be a problem for anyone. Okay. Because you don't know what kind of sites they might be going to use. Okay. That's the thing. Okay. So with all that, uh, let us see some important fields what the proxy does. That is the important thing. Okay. So there is something called X forward var. Okay. Proxy has to do something before it sends data to the other system. Okay. Uh, why it is required? Okay. I'll tell you. As soon as the client sends the request, okay, I'm not talking about the HTTP or anything. Sorry, I'm not talking about the NAT or anything. Okay, just remember, I'm talking about the web traffic. Web traffic. In web, who has sent this to me? This who has sent this to me? Whether this machine, this machine, this machine, or this machine, or this machine. That is for this. Okay. For other machine, okay, whichever it is, it will look for who has which application thing has sent it to me will be looked at in the some field called as X forwarding for, like get request, host, okay, content length in that, right? Okay, there is something called as someone has forwarded for you this. Okay, when it goes back, it has to or must go to this particular location only. It should not go to any other location. Let me repeat it. You might have got confused. Okay. So how you are letting others know that transport layer from where you have received? You know that you are getting it from someone by looking at some field called as port number. Correct, right? Okay, that's fantastic. Okay. But same way, IP, what you have in network layer? IP you have,
Source and destination.
correct, source and destinations. Okay, and this is transport. And from where you have got, when it comes to what it is, data link layer, you have MAC, everything, correct, right? Source
Yes.
MAC and destination MAC you have, correct, right? Source IP, destination IP, okay, source port, destination port. All these things are good. From somewhere you have received it. Okay. But applications are also, yes, where you want to go, how you want to reach, everything is there. But this request, whoever has done, okay, has come through someone or not. To know that, okay, if it is to hide the client request, whoever is generated, right? To hide, say for example, um, what do you say? If I start a request, okay, what it will do is proxy first it will store, okay, this request generated HTTP request, okay, by client at so and so port and at so and so this thing, okay, and the client IP and everything it will be storing as a record. This URL, the source port, destination port, all these things it will be keeping a record. Immediately what it will do, it will generate a new request by this machine, okay, by this machine, and it will be keeping track of what it will say, there will be some kind of X forwarding for, which was not there when client is generated. When client generated, no X forwarding for, okay, say client, this is the client, okay, and this is the web server, okay. Client is sending now. In between proxies there. Example, just in a vague way you understand. Okay. Now, when you are sending it from the client to the proxy, okay, the client will be like sending the request on source IP address, say for example, um, source port, okay, somewhere around, say for example, you will be like 330, okay, and destination is 80. Okay, this is what you are sending from here to here. Okay, now it reached here. Okay, now what it will do is, okay, excellent. Okay, you wanted to reach the this particular thing, right? Whatever the website you asked and your transport, I've got your all your details. Let me, on behalf of you, let me store this information. Okay, what I'll do is, I know your IP address. Okay, this is my IP address. Okay, now what I'll do is, instead of this, whatever you are requesting, right? I'll do one thing. Okay, what I'll do is, I will ask on behalf of you to this particular system, source port is, okay, 500, destination port is 80. Okay, destination port is 80. And what I'll do is, here the IP and everything it will get recorded here in this machine in proxy. Okay, request for URL, say URL is google.com example. Okay, google.com. Okay, requester IP. Okay, 192.168.1.2. Okay, source port 330. Something I'm just giving 3030. You take out 3300. Source port. Okay, destination port. Okay, that is 80. Okay, this like this multiple records will be there. Whichever the system generates, right? All that record will be there. Okay, with this. Okay, it will be waiting for some time, and if there is no response from other system, it will be clearing this. Okay, this it will be clearing, and it will be updating that request timeout, whatever the HTTP, however we have, right? Same way it will respond. Okay, so now the this actually now mapping to some other this whatever the request HTTP request we have, right? That is like get request, right? That get request, all the fields will be there, but there is some small change happens that is called as X forwarding var. Okay, means I'm forwarding on behalf of them this particular thing. Okay, that particular for tracking the original IP address. So this X forwarding var will be some kind of ID. Okay, here some ID will be here. X forwarding for field. Some ID might be given. That you will be keeping here. Okay, until unless attacker comes to know that, okay, this ID and this information, he doesn't, even if he sees also, nothing to worry, because that doesn't reveal anything. It is some kind of some information. Okay, so now this kind of record will be there. Okay, X forwarding for ID. So that all that information HTTP request is generated, get request, and again it moved forward by changing the port number and by changing from where the IP address is coming in the IP location, all that thing. Okay, and the new transport layer will have these fields, and new IP layer will have this and this destination fields. Okay, and the HTTP will have X forwarding for field also added along with all existing whatever the system has sent. Okay, so now it went here. Okay, and reached this particular system. Okay, now it will open it. Oh, this is like to me only, and it is come from some so and so. And one more thing, guys, when in between more security devices are there, and again this will be mapped again to NAT also happens. Okay, in between NAT also happens, because NAT will be keeping track of this one, right? Okay, that request has come. Whenever something comes back, again it will be given to proxy only, and proxy will see that X forwarding for thing, and it maps to this thing, and it will be sent to that. But just remember that. Now the request will come here. Consider no NAT is also there. Okay, the request has come here um, to the server. Okay, server is there. Okay, now server, what it will do is, this is say for example 100.0.0.1. Okay, just example. I'm giving an example. Now what it will do is, it will be this server as soon as receives. Okay, it will be sending the data back to only which machine? This machine only. Okay, it will be received. Okay, then after receiving it, it will come to know that the data whatever it is received is port 80, 500 and 80, right? Okay, so when it entered into the network, okay, by looking at like which field they are keeping track, which there are so many requests went through the proxy, right? By looking at the X forwarding for field, this field, wherever something, some information is written, right, that related to this record, that particular information will help. Oh, this is the record. So then it will regenerate the packet, okay, that the source port is, okay, from whichever from outside it is 80 and the destination port is 3300, okay, and removes its own IP address from this IP layer, okay, and keeps the destination to this one, okay, and the source will be again 100.0.0.0.1, and the X forwarding far will also be removed and just only HTTP request will be sent. Am I clear? Proxy, how it works? Guys, silence.
Yeah, Raghav. Yeah.
No, these guys, our
Yes, yes.
Siddhant,
Yeah.
100% clear. You want me to explain, Siddhant? Okay, Subrata,
Clear, sir. Just need to go through once again.
once again, huh? Okay,
Yeah.
just okay. No, it is only the thing, the kind of record it maintains to make
Yeah.
track of all the traffic it went through it. Okay, the proxy has to make sure, like, usually, you know, uh, the commercial products like the load balancer will only be working like the what do you say? If you see in the commercial products, right? If you go to the organization, okay, if you go to the big organizations like very big organization, they're only not only the proxy for you have, okay, for the all the traffic, like proxy, what it is doing, proxy the traffic going out, okay, whatever it is going out, is like you have some kind of X forwarding for your keeping, okay, and I will be explaining you there is something called as here when the organization also some proxies they use to make sure the traffic that is coming into their location, that is called as reverse proxy, whether from outside whoever is coming, them to be allowed to reach my server or not, okay, that is called as reverse proxy. Here proxy what it is doing, whether to allow him outside or not, correct, right? Our proxy, whether to go outside this traffic to be allowed outside or not. But reverse proxies, they will be used in the organization next to the servers, whether from the outside the traffic something have come to be allowed inside or not. Usually you'll be having this in load balancers, okay, it's like extra software, or some people they keep it as a WAF based something like as a feature. Okay, WAF for load balancers, they will have these features, extra features. Instead of buying 10 devices, that one device do every part of it, like WAF for proxy, reverse proxy work, and what do you say, um, load balancing work. That's why you will be like seeing less number of devices because each device multiple tasks it will be doing. Like you hardly see router and firewall, and you will see the load balancer. And next to it, earlier, like some people used to do the WAFs and all, but now that also getting integrated in this LVs only. Okay, so that is about this particular part. Okay, so proxies, it's clear, I guess. Okay, so
Yeah.
uh, 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 so this is mainly used for like not to allow the unnecessary like to make sure if X forwarding for is there, okay, this particular field from where the data is coming. So even here also you can make sure if some attacker, okay, some attacker, he might be created his own proxy, okay, and he might be asking everyone to send the data to him, okay, and if that instead of data going to this proxy, this unauthorized proxy is there, right? It will go to him and it will be going here. But our network devices have clearly told that if any web traffic or HTTP traffic is coming, okay, it has to come to through this proxy. So X forwarding for or some such fields will tell that, okay, why, how come this person is sending the traffic? So this is an unauthorized thing. Okay. So X forwarding for value is different, so I'll be blocking him. So that kind of thing. Okay. So you can, this is called as something man in the middle attack. Okay. Without knowing to you, you are thinking this is the proxy and your traffic is going through him, right, to the entire world. So that's why he is in the middle in between you and internet. So man in the middle attacks. These attacks are called as man in the middle attacks. Okay. Um, Usually web proxies, whatever we use, they are like auto discovered. No need to, like, you will be like send a request to your gateway, and gateway will automatically share that information with you. Okay. So that is, your router will be automatically sending that information with you. And usually it doesn't require for you to, if you want, you can configure automatically all the traffic will go through there only, right? It will be redirecting automatically that traffic. Okay. So this is about some information on this particular thing, and I hope what do you say? Um, let us let's keep deep dive into this particular thing. Where is HTTP? Yes, HTTP. Okay, now let's go through the fields. What fields we can have? First of all, what we have seen, timestamp. Guys, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Then what else we can have? The proxy. Proxy, what logs we can have? I'm talking about proxy, guys. Guys, I'm not talking about the HTTP fields related things where we can capture what information we can capture the from some specific proxy, what kind of logs we can monitor. Okay, source port, that's what we have seen, right? Correct, right?
Yes.
Okay, and the destination port. This is 3 I'll keep. Okay, destination port. Okay, then source IP, destination IP. Okay, then what else? Okay, then what else? URI, correct, right? User agent,
Agent.
correct, right? Then what else you can still capture over here?
Response on the request.
Yeah, request and response. Okay. So if for a request, if it sends a response for a request, if it sends a response to a client, then log will be generated. Okay, got it, right? If only request comes, still there is, the proxy hasn't given any response, it doesn't generate any log. Remember that. Okay. So it will have from where it came, from where it went. Okay. uh, which is the request, this client, which request it made and which response he has got. Okay, so request method, for the response, what you will get?
200, 200.
Status
Okay or
code,
not?
status code. You should not say 200 okay or not. Okay, status code we should say. Okay. All the status codes you have to remember. We'll see all those things, don't worry. Okay, so if any other, like one more thing, method. That is the request method, right? Okay, it is there. Then, like, if you have some username, something, user information, like the web itself, it is sending which user, like username is also included. Okay, and um, which proxy device it is. So proxy information, which proxy device, because you might be having Bangalore 1, okay, Bangalore location 1, Bangalore location 2, Chennai location 1, Chennai location 2, or US, Germany, like there's so many proxies are there, right? Which proxy it is, okay? Because you are collecting all the logs. When you are filtering, I want to see only specific thing, then you can directly look into it, okay? And like, one thing, cookies also it will store, okay? Just remember these things, that's enough, okay? More than sufficient for you, okay, to understand these things, okay? So now let us see like do you want me to again go through all the request and responses related topic, or um, we can skip that? All HTTP get, post, put, update, delete. We have discussed it, right?
Yeah, Raghav,
Yeah.
I'm good. Like,
Yes.
You would like, you want?
no, good to skip it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, just we'll have a glance. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Before we further proceed, after like understanding the scenarios, okay. Just remember, get means getting the web server, okay, web page back to your system. Okay. Remember, post means sending the information, okay, as part of your request, that allow me to access this web page by validating these username and passwords. So once if you post it, you will get, you sent this page some information, username and password information you have sent in the request. Some body is here, okay, you have sent username and password, okay, to this other system, that is server will send you some web page again, okay. That is your dashboard of your banking details, or your Gmail information, all that Gmail web page or something like that, login page, everything, all your mails where you will be getting, okay. So get, post, too important, too important, okay. Then if you want to um, what do you say, uh, like without any header fields, if you want to send request, okay, you can use what do you say, uh, like just like without any other fields, only with one get, I mean like you want to get the web page without any other header fields. If you want to get a web page, head, give the URL, just for only like whatever the get, instead of having the header fields, without header fields, you can get the web page. Okay, you can use that. Okay, that you can do that. Okay, that's not a problem. So means without header fields, you can do get work whatever it is there. Instead of get place, you will put head, okay, and the request URI, like complete www.google.com, complete thing you have to put, okay, and you will be asking for, what do you say, HTTP something 1.1 or that kind of protocol. You will send it, you will get a response. Okay, next you have, so head is also done. Next you have post. No. You have put and delete. These are very dangerous thing. Put is to keep the information in those particular locations. Okay. Um, say for example, you have a form. Okay. Example. Okay. So now what you will do is you have this data of this particular web page. You are updating into the server. So that is called as put. This is the server. You have web page. You are going to put new resources to this particular web server, website, whatever it is there. And delete when you send this request. If you want to delete any resource, it can be a web related some images or some pages or anything, or you can like some database entries or anything. This is like to delete some web content. You will be using this. So that's why putting and deleting and even sometimes update also it is very danger. Update is also there. Update is also there. That is also very danger. Okay. So what is what do you say? Update means already resource is there. Okay. There you are actually replacing.
Modifying.
Yeah, you are modifying the resource. That is called as update. But put means you are adding something to that existing resources. Okay, that is called as put. So now totally important fields these are. Okay, uh, get. Okay, post. Okay, these are the important. Okay, put. Okay, delete. Okay, update. Okay, trace. Okay. Then what else you can have?
Refer.
Refer. Okay. Referrer, I think. Refer. Okay. Let it be. Okay. These are not that much important. Okay. These are not, and head. Okay. These are not that much important. Your entire work will be on these two. And all methods you will be mostly blocking them. Okay. Maybe internally you will be allowing, but externally you will be blocking them. Okay. So this is about the web traffic. Okay. Now let's understand the scenarios now. Okay. That's better, I guess. Yeah. Now, was you tell me like now you are trying to access some web page. Okay. So usually, if you let me show you with my some of my examples by website. Okay. How many get requests might have gone? Guys,
11.
huh? How you don't
11.
how
I
how
count
you don't
the your new
no
pages
no 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 no
which you open.
no. I'm just telling, okay, Firefox is the best thing that helps out for us. Okay. Mhm. Firefox always, guys, for any kind of analysis, okay, something to come up if your manager asks you, hey, could you please help me out in understanding what kind of behavior this is? Like, I would like to do some profiling, okay, for so and so application or something. So just try to use this kind of tools. Okay, let's see. Inspect. Okay, as usual, we'll go to the network. Okay, and let us try to enter google.com. I want to enter HTTPS only. I don't want. I'm just telling HTTPS only I want. Okay. Excuse me, guys. Okay, HTTPS only I want. Okay, let us see. Okay, so guys, how many requests went from my machine? Tell me now. How many requests went from my machine? Any idea? Let us see. I've said, oh, don't want to happen that. Okay. What is the request? Request to LC. Okay. What is this request? From my machine only it went, right? Correct, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. This is also what? One more request. What is this? From my machine only it went, right? Correct, right? Guys,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
from this web page only it went everything. Okay. Same, one more. Correct, right? One more, one more, one more. So tell me how many requests went? One, two, three, four, five, six. Six requests went, right? Hmm? Okay. So actual Google page is only this request. Got it? The actual Google page is only this request. Okay. Something background that company, whatever Google is doing once after sending this page, means you have received this page, right? Immediately the internal whatever page has got started doing some whatever the code it came right on this web page background they have something called as analytics. Some companies they put what the user is checking, how he is checking to check that all those things. Okay, something. Okay, you see this Google, some internally they are triggering some URLs to the servers without knowing to you. See, Google APIs. Okay, if I say here control HTTPS, how many we have? Let us see. Control F, Control V. Okay, I have here, here. So many URLs without knowing to you. They are actually going. When the page came itself, some URLs it is trying to connect internally without knowing to you. See, it is like showing some Hindi and all. Okay, so this Hindi. If I click, it will be referring to that. But along with that, okay, some servers it will go and collect. Just now, Raghav has actually received the web page. Now I'll be start going through him. Okay, like what searches I do, what everything to do. For doing that, analytics will be happening. So this, whatever the websites, whatever I am going through, okay, some Google ads, all those things are looking ad services. Okay, all those things are looking at me. Okay, internally, Google ads, ad services, some Google leads, okay, something, some requests they are going from behind. But my request is only one thing, and I got that response. But internally, it sent so many without knowing to you, okay, without not even knowing to you. When this happened, everything happened, okay. So, so there will be like when you try to access a web page, multiple get request will be sent, okay. Let us see how many. One, two, three, four, five, six, something. Six are there. Now let us see some other website. Here only we'll put why we are need everything in you. Okay. Times of India.com HTTPS. Let us see. Okay. Okay. Delete it. Let's move on to here. Okay. Guys, how many requests are going? Let us see by end of the page. Are you seeing how many requests are going?
Yes, sir.
302, 302, 302. All those 302, whatever you received, for that you'll be sending a new GET request. Okay. Within how much time it is taking, you see. Yeah. Will it be okay for you to happen like this in office? This kind of traffic, will it be okay for you?
No.
Whatever it is, news means only the page, the first page it is required, but what it is doing, right? This ads, okay? And some these ads, okay? In between, like so many ads will be there, like this ads, ads. This is also ad. They are bringing and just putting for you. Somewhere it is. So many ads will be there. In between also you'll be finding ads. Okay. Now let us check how many of them are there. 1. Let me open this. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. These are all get requests only. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. Get requests. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. So 24 are there. Okay. Maybe within like 10 seconds you have received all these things. Correct, right? How long it took? Around 20. It took 20 seconds, right, guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now get methods. You try to reach one website. From that machine, when you're trying to access what it is, google.com, you got only 6 get requests generated. For that, 6 responses might have also got, okay, or multiple responses you might have got, okay. But when you try to access Times of India website, okay, how many get requests it went? It went nearly how many? Around 20 get requests. Okay, from that. Did you launch any new page or anything? No, only one page only you have accessed. So it takes so many things, so many get requests. Okay, so let us. This is about the get request. Normally, these many requests are happened. Okay, so first you understand this is a normal get requests. What it is happening? Okay, okay. If it is okay, say for example, post. You are posting the data. Okay. Usually, when you are sending one post request, okay, hmm, you will be sending one post request. You don't send multiple get requests because post always goes as one request itself. You don't, it doesn't go along with multiple get requests. Here, as you have seen, right? Here, only one web page you have opened. Okay, let me show you guys that also. Okay. There it is, this one, right? Yeah. I don't know whether it will work or not. Okay, let me check. No, I forgot the password. Okay, so I don't know why I forgot the password. Let me check Amazon. Here. So this is there any what sign out is there? Uh, let me sign out from here first. Okay, let us sign out here. Okay, login. Okay, so you request only something. You got the server response, but that's what we wanted. Let me check that later. Okay, so for your request, sign in request, the actual somewhere challenge it is this one. Okay, for this is the actual challenge where it is. Let me show you. Yeah, HTTP. Yes, this is the requested. Okay, this is the get. This is the response. This is a post. For whatever the post request, how many requests it went from our side? Okay, here only one request we have sent, that is this. Okay, the other one is not post, it is just get. Okay, how many requests it went after that? How many post requests it went? Guys, only one post request, right?
Yes, yes.
Any other post request went? See this?
All are responses.
Okay. Yes, all our responses or anything is there means for tracking purpose, one get request as went. Okay, for bringing that whatever that my password recovery thing, right? For that it went one get request. That page has come. Okay, but what I'm telling is you have normal condition of post is within 1 second, one post message. That's it. It went and there is no I mean like there is no other thing it went. Okay. Say for example here, maybe within 1 second or say for example 10 seconds you consider instead of 1 second. Within 10 seconds, okay, you have one post message. Here within maybe like within 10 seconds, you have so many get request from this browser. Okay. So usually this is a normal thing you consider. Normal thing. One, I don't think it is keeping 10 seconds is not a good idea. You can say it as like 2 seconds or 1 second like that. Because when you click it every time, like as soon as when you do it within 2 to 3 seconds, you're getting all the data, right? You can consider 1 to 2 seconds. 1 to 2 seconds. 1 to 2 seconds, you are seeing how many get requests going through there. Okay. So that is called as the normal condition. Okay. So when you will see this kind of excess traffic from a system, okay. So usually when I say Nagender, this it will be like you might be knowing. When I say like this, okay, system update, if I go right for any application, check updates or anything, okay, it has to connect with multiple Microsoft servers, a Windows machine, or whatever the software, it has to connect to multiple servers, or it has to connect to a server, okay, and has to send multiple checklist. It will be having different checklists for everything. Please get me this, please get me this, please get me this, like this. It has to communicate. So during the downloading of any software, okay, or patch, okay, or some kind of operating system files or very big files, okay, you will see, okay, like multiple get request, okay, you will see multiple get requests, okay, maybe like you will be sending just one or two get requests, okay, then the download will be keep happening onto your machine, okay, then you don't what do you say, uh, like uh, like it depends upon the networking speed. Sometimes it sends some get request maybe after 10 seconds, and after that file gets over, next file again it will go and connect to the server and gets the remaining other file, okay. So that kind of thing will be there, okay, in the sense as soon as when I say like how many get requests when you are downloading any file, like it might be one or two get requests you might be seeing it, maximum one or two one or two get request for downloading any file, any software or any downloadables, anything like patches or anything, okay, only one or two, whether you are trying to access a web page or when you are trying to access a software or some download or anything you are doing. So that is the thing. And post, only one post you might be using it, but after that you don't use it for that particular page. You are not doing anything, correct, right? Am I using now the web page after that? No, only one post message. Okay. Now we are talking about the normal user behavior. Okay. So if you have something like say uh, uh, like okay, if you go to answers.com toolbar, okay, like this, okay, this is the answers.com toolbar. Okay, let me open it in the new page. Okay, this is actually a ad where people doesn't even aware of it, but it looks to be a search thing and all. This is a adware. Okay, so if you have any adware or something like that, okay, when you without knowing to you, okay, um, like for coupons or something like that on your machine, okay, uh, there will be a lot of what it will do when you just enter a product, it will try to get go and get data, sends this data whatever you have entered that product information to multiple websites, okay, multiple websites, and tries to identify, okay, this product is there with him or not, this product is there with him or not, that kind of thing. It will go and check. Okay, so how many things it might be, like for within some 10 or 20 seconds you'll be seeing some 30 or 40 messages from this machine. For example, these adverts like within 10 seconds, maybe 20 to 30, uh, more than 20, like that's what, okay, uh, 20 to some 30 request, post request, it will go. It will be posting to all the website. Hey boys, we are coming here. Take this information and get me some this information. I am like so and so person, which is like from answers.com. You provide me all this product related information. Okay, so this is like to tell them that uh, the normal activity, how it looks to be normally. These are like for coupons, right? maybe users only might be installed about it. It's not like a virus or anything. It's like overhead, but still some companies will, some people will install them in their homes, and some companies they'll allow them to use by them employees for the sake of coupons and everything. Um, that is what you say. This traffic is adware toolbar. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, now let us start this thing. This is the normal, right? And this is everything is also normal. Now let us see abnormal thing. Okay, okay, abnormal get request. Simple. Okay, for every 3 seconds, get is going. Okay, again after 3 seconds, after that 3 seconds. Okay, one more get is going to external world. Again another 3 seconds, get is going. Is it possible, guys? Guys,
No, 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 no. Impossible.
abnormal. It is an abnormal. Okay, check for those patterns. Okay, then someone is actually trying to send get requests. Example. Okay, he's sending get requests. Okay, with some say for example, um, he's trying to send first one request with some URL. Okay, he's checking whether some URL is there or not from this machine within your office. He's trying to reach outside. Okay, or within the organization itself, or trying to reach some machine, or through somewhere, but he's sending get requests. Okay, first he'll be finding, okay, google.com, okay, /admin, google.com /a, google.com /administrator, something. He has written some list of URLs and trying which website, which URL we might respond him with 200. Okay, got it right. He's trying list of websites from this particular, for this particular host, list of URIs he's trying to identify. That's what, right? URIs means the folder structure. Any, at least one file is there in whatever he's guessing. Okay, this user is trying to find the resources, the folders, whatever we have, by like guessing different vague folder names. Okay, like /admin, /administrator, /index.html, that kind of guessing he'll be doing. That is google.com google.com / like that it will go, this get requests. Okay, so like within like say for example within maybe 5 seconds, I will show all these things practically when we are going through some SQL injection attacks or some what do you say, all these attacks related things. That time you will see they are so fast. Within 5 seconds you can send maybe 100 to 150 in normal systems like ours. Okay, so within 5 seconds you will see hundreds of requests going uh, to that server. So is it suspicious or not,
Yes.
guys?
Yes, suspicious.
Yeah, yeah.
Suspicious manner.
Maximum I can say, maximum maybe like get request, you can say that normal ways maybe like 20 or maximum 20 or 25 is maximum. Okay, maximum 20 or 25 is maximum. This is beyond hundreds. Correct, right? 100 you are, he has to try at least 100 to 200, at least he will get one or two similar kind of thing he will try. He might get a 200 response back to him. That's what his intention. a list of fake whatever guessed URLs he has created, and he's trying to reach them. Usually, how they do, they will go here as I showed you earlier. Say for example, uh, I think Siddhant has given me that website. I guess take any answers that can /index .html. It is not there. Some website first you will be like whatever manually I am doing, right? Okay, then admin.php, this kind of
No,
something.
answer says spelling mistake.
No. I'm just giving something, whatever it is. Okay. ANSW. It is like not there. I'm just telling you guys whether it is real or not. The admin actually blocked it. That page is there, but it is blocked. If it gives me the pop-up of username and password, right? Okay. Then I'll be entering the username and start doing a brute force attack. I'll start doing there. Or SQL injection, I'll try to do that. Okay. So something like that. Okay. So automation things, they do all these things. Okay. Just remember that. So this is the abnormality of GET requests. Now, uh, someone is actually sending a 1,000 web requests within uh, from one system. Is it possible that 1,000 web requests within like 5 seconds from web crawlers, like just from command prompt, okay, or from scanning? You have like scanner, okay. You can browse the web server assets, okay, within what do you say, 1,000 GET requests, because scanners will also have this kind of things, okay, whichever just give the host name to them, and they have this kind of database with them. Automatically one by one it will be keep checking by adding this whatever the host name you have requested. So those many GET requests will be going. So thousands of what do you say, web pages requests will be sent within 5 seconds. That is also abnormal. It can be from scanners, or it can be from attacks like SQL injection attacks. Okay. Um, okay. That is this one. Okay. Or from traffic using some kind of using some tools like Metasploit or something, Metapreter. There is a web penetration testing framework. It is web penetration testing framework. Web-based testing. If you want to do any security testing, you can use it. Like you can send like every 3 seconds GET request you do or something like that. You can create it over there. For now, it is not important for us now. Okay. So these tools you can use to generate this kind of traffic. Okay, the scanners means like Nessus scanner. Okay, so Alien Vault also they have some free. I mean, like some scanners are there. Okay, Acutix, you have one more scanner, web scanner. So you have something. Same way, you have post messages also. Let me take this. Why we need all this information to be known? Unless you don't know what is meant by abnormal, how you will come to know about unless you know normal, how you will come to know about abnormal. So that's why first we have learned normal, then we have learned abnormal, and now later point of when we are creating the dashboard, it will be very much useful for us. Okay, now say, so for example, some system is actually sending like lot of information, uh, like uh, like so for example, some machine is trying to send multiple say for example, maybe like hundreds of together request is sending to other system, to the server. Okay, So is it something abnormal? Okay, hundreds of systems. Some you have a bot. Okay, it is working like a bot. So it will be sending like so many post requests it is doing. Okay, say all these post requests are sent within like a minute, in 1 minute, maybe
Not
like
possible.
yeah, 500 requests in 1 minute. Okay, 500 post requests in 1 minute. Is it possible? No, it is not at all possible. Okay,
No.
and the same way, okay, if there are any like you found one web page here when you are scanning, you got 200 okay response for admin page, like as I said, answers.com, okay, forward slash uh, what do you say? It is admin.php. Okay, for this you got a web page with username and password. Now you succeeded here. Actually, here you people should have detected you, but what happened is uh, they have not detected you. Now what you have done, you started entering the username and passwords. For that, how you will enter? That also you do automation. What you'll do, you have list of database with username and password pairs. So many of them are there. Okay. Now you will send the post message. Correct, right? Okay. For sending username and password. Okay. So what you have done? So you started doing SQL injection attacks. Okay. You entering your own usernames and passwords. Okay. So then you have done like hundreds of requests within like say for example matter of 5 seconds. Maybe 200 requests in matter of 5 seconds you have sent it with all different usernames and passwords. Here entering first send like that. Okay. So is it the normal activity? No, this is an attack. So it is an abnormal thing. Okay. Same way like some websites where you can enter the username and passwords within 5 minutes. Here only the get request, but here you can send the post requests also. Like you get along with your username and passwords. Okay. Instead of your sending it in the web, you can use the command prompt also for sending any post requests. Okay. So enter username and password and just send that URL. Then you just send it. So within like maybe within less than like 100 to 200 requests within like say 5 minutes, 5 seconds, as I said here, 5 minutes or 5 seconds, as I said, like maybe 1 minute you say, because command prompt, right? It might be little say less. Maybe you consider it as 5 minutes. Okay, but it is an automation tool. This is a command prompt. Okay, these are all abnormal activities. Okay, so for that, what you have to do in your organization, now you have to create the dashboards. So what if it is so clumsy, then it is very difficult. Now we have understood what should be the values and all, but now let's see in a systematic way, uh, forget what should be the threshold to be allowed. Okay, uh, what is the time now, man? 9:21. Hey, today, is it possible for you guys to attend Splunk class today evening? Everyone,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
8:30. We missed yesterday. I don't want to leave that like that. Okay.
So
We will,
today evening,
yeah,
have
it's not. Okay. Tomorrow we will take. Huh?
yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow evening we'll have. Okay.
Raghav, coming next 3 days, I'm not available for any class,
Okay.
morning and
Fine.
evening.
Friday we'll take it. Huh?
Yeah, Friday evening, okay, Raghav.
Okay. Everyone is okay with
Evening
that,
I'm
right?
having office, right? I'm in office Friday, evening times.
No. 8:30, right?
8:30. I am having second shift, right?
What is there, Abba? You just keep earphone. That's it. Google,
No, no, no.
YouTube. It's not possible.
Not possible. That's why I'm
Okay, let us
Right.
see. One day we will remove the theory and we will keep that. Okay. Yeah. Let's start. Okay. Okay. So uh, after finishing this book, we will use that time to that before going to the third book. Huh? Okay. So because both we have to do parallelly. That is our main intention. Now we have started doing these all calculations, right? So we have to implement them. Okay.
Can't we see
So
the
zero
old
to
videos?
huh?
Can't we refer the old videos of Splunk which you have posted, the previous training?
No, I have like just given overview kind of thing. It is not like
Okay,
for to the mark of to the like paid content
paid
kind
course.
of thing.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. It is there. It's very good only, but it is not to that extent where you guys can actually write the Pakka dashboards for your sake and create them in a way that with confidence you can build them. All those things. It is not that. Okay.
Raghav,
Yeah.
I got some questions on the the architectural side too of Splunk. So will you be covering that, or do I need to?
Seriously, no.
Okay.
Because we our main for even I should say that I'm not an expert in that as well. Okay,
Okay.
my part will be more from the security side. Okay,
Okay.
not from the I mean like administration part, right? So architecture is a part of the administrator. They are not security. Okay, the people who are like having the
But stuffs like so how you how we can the cluster this
yeah, that's what.
researchers
Yeah,
and
I
all
got
that.
it.
Okay.
Clutter
Yeah.
creation and all we cannot, but planning I
Okay.
can help you out. How to
Okay.
plan the clustering. Okay,
Okay.
I will I will explain that approach. What the see clustering is nothing but the same whatever the big data approach what they follow, the same approach they follow it over here. Implementation I won't be in a position to help you guys out, but as you said, okay. Uh, Maybe tomorrow, maybe after finishing the class, 15 minutes, I will explain how the cluster works and everything. Okay.
Okay.
I'll let you know. It's a very easiest way. That redundancy and all, they will keep it. All the such things they do. I'll help you. Some 15, 20 minutes enough. Whatever it extent it requires. Because you are also not an admin, right? Cluster creations and all, it will be taken care by the Splunk admins. You are not a Splunk admin. That's what I want to say. It's ultimately their task. Um, and in real world, they don't even let you to touch any assets of theirs. Okay. Only maybe if you are their boss, then there might be a chance. Okay. Okay. Let's get back. Okay. So now we have to understand the what do you say? Different kinds of what you can say um, levels of uh, alerts. Okay. Okay. If there are 0 to say for example, if someone is trying to send multiple requests, okay, say for example within 5 minutes of time, okay, or within a minute per minute, within a minute, okay, 0 to 199, okay, then it will be treated as boss, something something is happening. So you take it whether it is like whatever the naming convention you want. You can say like severity 1, severity 2, severity 3, or you can say it as information, notice, warning, alert, whatever you want. You can say that. Okay. The here we are saying it as info. Okay. Now, second, if you found more than 200 to somewhere around 300, means like 299, okay, then you update the you update whatever the dashboard you have, right? Something with notice. Okay. If there is from 300 to 399, then it is warning. More than 400, anything, more than 400, anything, it is alert. Okay. So I would suggest when you create the dashboard, just follow. But this is the ideal approach. Okay. So I will let like you know that I don't think here itself you will come to know that if multiple guest requests are going from any of your PC, either from them here, okay. This is not only what do you say, from this can be like from internal system sending, okay, to external website. These many means within 1 minute means, okay, you can raise an alert. Same way, if you are monitoring the web server, external system from some IP, okay, within a minute, any of these kind of alerts, I mean, these many requests are sent means that is also an alert. Got it? You will be having monitoring these dashboard might be somewhere, okay, somewhere you are trying to identify top users, okay, like with get request, okay, like this IP 77 get request in 1 minute, like that query you have written for this within 1 minute, how many requests each user has created, 72, okay, 71, like that, okay. So there will be some other dashboards there, okay, some graphs, okay, some everything will be there, like that it will be, you will be monitoring this in one screen, another screen some other related, this might be incoming traffic, this might be outgoing traffic, okay, some other dashboards, okay, top users who are communicating to the outside, okay, this guy is like web traffic related thing, this guy is actually trying to send so many get requests are sent from this location to the multiple location, I mean like to other servers, like that they have written, okay. Is this kind of dashboards you are applying this for this thing, okay, get request, but you can use it for whether it can be for internal incoming approach, for outgoing data, or web traffic approach, anything you can use it, okay, to monitor your user. Someone is trying to within your other system is trying to attack, or to the external system is trying to attack, you can use this. But from others from externally trying to reach you, that time also you can use this, okay. That is the thing. And this is like get request related thing. Get, you will usually you will see lot many count. So what I prefer is if you go to real time world, for interview this is important, but real time implementation you go for this itself, okay, this itself, like alert when you find, okay, 200 get request within 1 minute, just raise an alert. Got it, guys?
Yeah, Raj.
But during the interview you tell them that we have some thresholds, like for 102 to 199 we will send an update as info in our some monitoring board, it will be like info, okay. So then that event will be, when we click it we will get that events related information, that person's IP, how many events, like it shows that uh, 99 requests are sent within 199 requests are sent within 1 minute of time, or don't even bother about it, that just tell them that this thing like more than like 99, I'm going to bang him, that's it. Yeah, clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's move on to the post method, abnormal activity. Okay. Now you have 0 to post methods. How many it went? Within 1 minute, maybe one. Correct, right? After that, regular users we are. Once you enter gmail.com, you might go and see one more gmail.com or some other website. You will go on website. Maybe within 1 minute, make maximum one or two. Correct, right? Maybe within 1 second, one or two. 1 or 2 means I'll say one only. Okay. Within 1 second, how many GET requests you can send as a human? You, even though if your typing capacity is so good, you might send username and password entering itself. It takes more than 1 second. Correct, right? Hmm? So if you are seeing, okay, usually they say in the book that 100 to 149. Okay. This has info. Okay. This has notice. This has warning, like 150 to 199. Okay. And 200 plus is alert. Okay. Remember that. Take this only as alert. Okay. And usually in more than that, okay, within say 1 minute, the best query I can say is within 1 minute, if you are getting, okay, more than 15, if you are getting, it falls here, but for interview purpose, you prepare this. If not, you can tell this within 1 minute. If more than 15 post messages or 10 post messages, if you are seeing, okay, raise an alert. Okay. Sometimes some scenarios it might, you will come to know that it is a false positive, means it is a genuine concerns. Where which conditions? Some servers they might be like service logs will be there, right? Correct, right? Service service accounts will be there, right? So they might be trying to connect through the web or something like that. Okay. So there might be like within, they might be sending this from the same system, multiple servers, they might be reaching it. Okay. So that time it might be invalid. So for that kind of thing, you use some, if the host name is so and so IP address, that kind of means you have to fine tune that rule. Got it? Okay. If fine tune, if not, I mean that particular, okay. If host name is not equal to so and so a system, this particular system, because this is genuinely it is sending that post messages. Okay. If without that particular thing, if any other system means, then you have to raise me an alert. Clear? No answer means not clear. Okay. Let me see how many post messages a system can send. How many times you can send the username and password?
So once,
Maximum. Within
One.
5 seconds. 5 seconds. How many?
once only.
One.
Okay. One. We'll consider if you are a very good typer. Okay. I'll take it as 2. Okay. Got it
We
right.
need to load a new page,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. But within 1 minute or 5 minutes,
Okay.
you just raise a bar. Instead of 1 minute, take 5 minutes. This is 5 minutes approach. If you are seeing these many number of requests, okay, then straight away, like I can say you just write 0 to 99 itself. Okay. Whatever it is there, right? Instead of that, like maybe 50, okay, 0 to 99, you can say it as alert. I mean, 200 plus is an alert. 200 plus post requests are alert within 5 minutes. 199 means like no, warning. 149 is notice. 99 is warning. Okay, now that is the thing, right? Okay. But practically, if you are trying to this looking from like someone is trying to reach your web server, okay, this is okay. This scenario is okay. From this, like, what do you say? The scenario is okay when you are explaining it to your interviewer. But whereas practically a single source generating, okay, within 5 minutes, more than 50 to 100, okay, is very unlikely. Correct, right? From a single source machine generating 50 to 100 post message is unlikely. Okay, so that's why you will create an alert. This is in the real time. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, they will say this here, but you remember that whatever the notice is here, whatever it is notice here is, see, they will say 200 plus. Okay, why they say, alert means 100% confirmation, 100% confirmation. There is no doubt about it to follow this. Why, I'll tell you. Tools will have at least minimum 200 requests they will send. 200 requests minimum they'll send. They'll have more than 300 to 400. Okay, minimum 200 requests they will be sending it. You can say that, okay, 200. How you can say means, sir, if you take SQL map, okay, SQL map, which someone is trying to send so many URLs to connect to our database, okay, within like 5 minutes, 100% it is sure that he'll be trying to connect minimum, oh God, okay, he'll be able to send at least minimum worst case 200 URLs. So that's why our main task is, rather than identifying a user who is trying to send multiple requests like 10 or 20 or 50 or something like that within 5 minutes, our main intention, someone is trying to perform automated attacks. Okay, for that particular attacks, I will use this approach 200. But slowly, if I'm not finding alert means any alert means, I'll be trying to fine tune. First, I will start with 500 to 100. If I'm getting false positives, okay, if I'm getting false positives, and fine tune it to 200, because I'm 100%. Automation tools will have a threshold of 200 I have to keep, because definitely that is within 5 minutes they have the capacity of generating 200. But I will start with 50 to 100 to know that whether any of our assets, which without knowing to me are sending any such request, or any of like service account logins through web or something like that are happening, then at least I'll come to know, so that I can put them in the green list of my query. Query, whatever you write, you will say that host name is not equal to, means if they equal to the same means they will include that traffic also. If you say not included means they won't count the traffic from that particular host name. So that entire line will be ignored. They will go to the next line and see what is the host name. So it is not belongs to it. So I have to count how many post requests this machine has sent, like that. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, guys, confused?
No, sir. Got it.
100%?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So you have to tell like this. First you say like this, and then you tell them that. So first I will be like, uh, our approach will be, if any asset comes, okay, where earlier what I've done is I've created like this, the correlation. Okay. Later we found a couple of challenges in fine tuning very frequently. Since it is our main intention is to identify the attacker will definitely, if he is scanning something, he'll be using the scanning tools. It takes at least 5 to 10 minutes to scan, right? So within that 5 minutes, 200 request he will definitely send to our server, or whether it is like within the system, internal system, if he's trying to reach outside for scanning, okay, then definitely that also it will be the same number of requests. So that is the reason why I kept it as 200 as an alert, but initially we should start with 50 to 100 for slowly to fine tune it. Okay, got it?
Yes.
Okay. So, this is about what do you say, the alerting mechanism, how you have to see. Okay. So one thing, okay, always remember, uh, um, you have to, uh, what do you say, see about the response codes, what you are getting also. So not only the get requests, okay, you have to see the responses also. Very, 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 very important. Some guy sitting somewhere, okay, he knows that you might be a very smart guy and you are keeping all required things in place, okay. What you might be doing, he will send one request now. Wait for 1 minute. After 1 minute again, he will send one more request and he will again wait. And then he will send again after 1 minute one more request he will send. He will never come to reach the threshold itself. Then there is no alert itself. Correct, right? Correct, right? Guys,
Yes, sir.
attacker is taking care of, he's doing his own work. Correct, right? Okay. So that's why what we should have, not only requests, we have to see the responses for the requests also. Let us see what kind of responses we have. Okay. We have something like 1xx, 2xx, 3xx, 4xx, 5xx. 6xx is there. Forget about, means like entire world internet was only gone. So 1xx is informational. 2xx is successful. 3xx is redirect. 4xx is client error. 5xx is server error. Okay. So these are the different types of errors are there. Correct, right? I mean, sorry, response codes are there. Okay. So now let us, when I send a request, this is what I want from you guys. Okay. When I send a request, okay, okay, here I sent a request. Okay. It will go to the web page. Now I said there is no web page here. What is the response I'll get? Here, the web,
404.
google.com / ABCD I have given. Okay, that page is not there. Google.com is there, but that page is not there. ABCD page is not there. Then what it will come?
404.
Yes, 404. You will get it. Okay. Okay. So there are two parts here. Page not found is one thing. Okay. And there is something called as NX domain, which is website not found. It is not an error code. Okay. It is just a response. Okay. So when you made a request, okay, you might get any of these two. Correct, right? Okay. So people, when they try to enter, sometimes even myself, you have seen google.com, now sometime before answers.com. You have seen some spelling mistake which Nagendra has pointed rightly, that there is some spelling mistake. That we are humans. We tend to do lot of errors. That means, am I an attacker? Because of this, I am getting a next domain, or sometimes I might be doing some spelling mistakes here. Correct, right? I know the entire website name. So because of that, for not found error will come. Correct, right? So these errors, whatever I have received back from the DNS or from the server, is it because of I am An attacker? No. Correct, right? Hmm?
Yes, correct, correct.
We are not an attacker. But not only when a human error happens, during when you are using the tools like web crawlers, okay? Means like use the web crawlers means first it will go and check whether they will have the root and under root whether these files are there or not. So you check. So they will go and scan the browser. Okay, scan the web server that whether this page is there or not. This page is there or not. This page is there or not. Every page is there or not. Like that, they will be checking. If it is there, then you will get some 200 OK response. Else you won't get it. Those are all like web crawlers or one of the web crawler is like HTTP track. I think let me try if there is any such tool. HTTP track. Okay. Uh, Alternative online. Okay. Let me show you guys this one. It is important for you. There is a small difference in between them. wget is normal, whatever you get. wcopy is there. It is Windows. Online I want. Okay. No. Anything is there? Yeah, I don't want to install it. HTTP. Okay. What it does is, okay. Let me show you guys. Back step by step. Okay. First, you select some destination URL over there. Means some folder you select whatever where you want to store that entire web copy of that particular machine. See, you have a server, and if you want to copy that entire server data onto your folder in your machine, here in my machine, I would like to copy your website. If you want like my entire Euler InfoSec website to be copied to your machine, you can copy it. Okay. So for that, you'll use crawlers. Okay. So HTTP is also one crawler which crawls and copies and pastes that data. Okay. So what it does is you just select that and enter the address of my eLearn InfoSec, and if you just click start and you wait for some time, and the folder will be updated with all the files of my website. Maybe private content will not be there, but at least HTML content, all that website content will be there. Okay, so here crawling is happening, and once the crawling gets the thing like 200 OK message, then it is sending that page back to my system. Okay, so it is crawling. That is called as crawling. Means entire system, entire scanning of your website and copying it and storing. That is like crawling is the first task what it is doing. Okay, going through all the web pages is nothing but the crawling. Okay, so crawlers are vulnerability scanners. Vulnerability scanners. What they do? You give some website, they check all the information related to that in the website, like whether it is has HTTPS or whether it has got anything or any like SQL injection related attacks. It will try to URLs. It will try to get connect. Just you have to give something. It will perform all scannings, vulnerability scannings. This is web-based vulnerability scanning. Okay. Then after that, misconfigurations of the website. Misconfigurations of the website. Sometimes it happens. See, so many times you will see instead of like you have told your operator, uh, your ISP that if any traffic comes to you, you have to redirect to him here like this. But internally, someone has actually made uh, this as active and not updated the ISP. That for the customers who are trying to reach, they are coming to here and they are all getting because the main server is here. They are not getting the web pages back to them. Then they are all getting like say for example, page not found or domain not found kind of errors. Okay, so that kind of errors might be like you'll be seeing because of the misconfigurations. Okay, this kind of errors will also happen. So when you will get any errors means like due to the human error or too much of web crawling is happening, or web scan, I mean like vulnerability web scanning is happening, and misconfigurations of the web server. I'm not talking about attacks or anything now. I'm just telling like what are different scenarios that makes these things more viable for any what do you say, failed attempt or anything. Okay, so I suggest like let's today we'll stop here, or tomorrow we'll take it up the remaining task, guys.
Tomorrow.
It's almost 10.
Yes, sir, tomorrow. You complete tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a second.